Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 297 of Unboxing Wednesdays for comics arriving in stores on Wednesday, July 6th, 2016. A happy Independence Day to our American friends out there, and a happy Canada Day to all of our Canadian homeboys and homegirls out there. That was on July 1st, Independence Day on July 4th. Lots of partying going on in North America that day, or that weekend, I should say. Ricky, what did you do for the Canada Day long weekend?
Summer Games Done Quick started on Sunday. It's a marathon in which people speedrun video games. So I basically stayed in my basement and watched that.
Nice. Nice. Right.
What did you do?
Spent some time with my family, went and visited my parents. Took my daughter out to see them, had some wholesome time outdoors, enjoying the world, and enjoying the weather.
Don't get this complexion being out in the world.
So have you ever competed yourself in a speedrun competition?
I have not, but I do enjoy playing Tetris as fast as I possibly can.
Okay.
So if I were to speedrun a game, it probably would be Tetris, but it'd probably be super hard. So
for episode 300 of Unboxing Wednesday, should we have a speedrun version that we include?
Exactly.
I think we get a lot of hits if we put like speedrun in the in the
put video game
description
in the title.
Yeah.
There you go.
Speaking of episode 300, everybody, we are getting close, as you saw with the countdown at the beginning of the episode. We are 3 episodes away, including this one. We divulged some information last week. We're going to be doing a live in-store taping. We're going to invite anybody in the local community here who's close to our store out to watch us unbox live, and we will also be streaming that somehow to all of you out there who can't make it to Brampton, Ontario, Canada, and we'll be watching using Periscope, most likely, to view everything. So more details on all of that coming. There's an event that's going to be posted on Facebook, so keep an eye out for all that. Watch our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to get all the up-to-date details. Ricky, let's go ahead and open some boxes. While Ricky's getting those books up on the wall, I want to tell you guys about a few enticing offers over at stadiumcomics.com. Right now we've got our Betty and Veronica #1 variant cover by Marco D'Alfonso. It's exclusive to Stadium Comics. You can't get it anywhere else. It is a tribute to Wolverine's first appearance in Hulk 181. You want to check that out? It's selling for just $5.99 on stadiumcomics.com. And we've also got those of you who are fans of Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. You don't want to miss your opportunity to pre-order a copy of Civil War II Choosing Sides #5, the Justin Trudeau variant, which is very sexy, might I add, and it is available on our website as well for a limited time. We've also got packs up there for All-Star Batman, some DC Universe monthly packs, and TMNT Universe. So check all those awesome deals out when you can. Remember, there's free shipping in North America on orders of $50 or more. All right, first up today are the collected editions. This is a novel, actually. It is DC Superhero Girls, Supergirl, Superhero High. That's a lot of supers in a short span of time. So this goes in line with the new line of DC's Superhero Girls. Green Arrow, New 52 version, Volume 8. We've got Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 2. And we've got a deluxe hardcover edition of Darth Vader. This is Volume 1 and covers issues 1 through 12. 2 different covers to choose from. We also got a few collectibles in today to look at. First up is this Batman New 52 design, bendable and posable figure. And this Harley Quinn Arkham Knight bendable, posable figure. Alright, moving on to the comics, we've got a new one from Black Mask Comics today, and Black Mask has been killing it with their #1 issues. I kind of look at the Black Mask #1s kind of where Image #1s were at a year or two ago, where they're in demand whenever they come out. Image, not so much lately, to be honest. We've seen a downturn in people who are frantically searching for those image number ones. But Black Mask is still holding strong. So this is Kim and Kim, number 1. We've got a Gem and the Holograms Greatest Hits $1 edition. This reprints issue number 1 of Gem and the Holograms for $1. We've got a Doctor Who miniseries, Supremacy of the Cybermen. This is issue 1 of 5. Here's Invader Zim, number 11. Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor's Super Zero, number 6. A new one from Oni Press, it's BRIK, number 1, and it is a low price of only $1.99. Here's one of those exceptions to that Image Comics thing I was talking about earlier. It's Renato Jones' 1% by Carrie Andrews, and this is the 3rd printing of issue number 1. This has been an in-demand book. We've also got the 2nd printing of issue number 2, and new on shelves today is issue number 3. From Action Lab Comics we have Miraculous, and this is issue number 1, and this is based on a show of the same name and a Bandai property, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Spawn, issue 264. Sonic Mega Drive, issue number 1. New from Image today, it is Throwaways, issue number 1. Black Science, number 22. Here's Paper Girls, issue number 7. Tokyo Ghost, number 8. The Lone Ranger and Green Hornet, number 1. From Dark Horse, we have Bounty, number 1. Transformers, Till All Are One, number 2. Empress, issue 4. And The Walking Dead, number 156. Which also has a special preview edition of Kill or Be Killed, a new book coming from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Okay, moving on to Marvel. I guess we're done with Timely Comics and back to True Believers. Here's a $1 edition of Invincible Iron Man number 1. We also have a True Believers Extraordinary X-Men number 1. We have a 2nd printing of The Punisher number 2. And we have a 2nd printing of the controversial Steve Rogers Captain America number 1, as well as a 2nd printing of the hip-hop cover for that same issue. New this week we have Avengers Ultron Revolution number 1. This is set in the Marvel Ultimate Animated Universe. And we've got Daredevil Punisher number 3. Here's Scarlet Witch number 8. And The Punisher number 3. Doctor Strange Prelude. Sam Wilson Captain America number 11. This is a Civil War II tie-in. Poe Dameron number 4. Here's Spidey number 8. Moon Knight number 4. Invincible Iron Man number 11. Deadpool vs. Gambit number 2. This is the variant cover, and that's the regular cover. Here's a 2nd issue of the Han Solo miniseries. We've got a movie variant for that one, as well as a Mike Allred Millennium Falcon variant, and a Sexy Han chatting up a sexy lady variant. Vote Loki number 2 pays tribute to that Cap punching Hitler cover. Spider-Woman number 9. Spider-Man 2099 number 12. Here's Civil War II Kingpin number 1. We've also got this cool Scotty Young variant. And this variant. Civil War II X-Men number 2. There's the variant cover for that book. I showed you Invincible Iron Man earlier. This is the Death of X variant for that book. Here's Silver Surfer number 5. And we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 15. A beautiful cover illustrated by Alex Ross, featuring Mary Jane as the new Iron Spider. This is sure to be something collectors will be looking for. We also have this variant cover here, which is the Death of X variant. Alright, moving on to DC Comics, we've got Injustice Gods Among Us Year 5, number 13. We've got Batman 66 meets Steed and Mrs. Peel, also known as the Avengers, number 1 of 6. We've got Batman Beyond, number 14. Superman Coming of the Superman, number 6. This is the final issue of that Neil Adams miniseries. The Adventures of Supergirl, number 5. Here's Future Quest, number 2. We've got a couple covers for this book. This is one I'm really excited about. It's the Flintstones, issue number 1. I used to go home from school every day in elementary school at lunch and watch the Flintstones. And this has got an interesting new twist on it. Mr. Slate has always kind of been a jerk, but he's really a jerk in this one. Typical, like, rich, power-hungry boss who really doesn't have any friends. Kind of like me at Stadium Comics. No, nothing like that at all, especially the rich part. But this is it's a really interesting twist on the Flintstone story. I'm looking forward to reading this. This is the cover by Walt Simonson. Here's the Dustin Wynn cover. The Ivan Rice Flintstones cover. Never thought I'd be saying that out loud. Here's the Steve Pugh cover, and he is the interior artist on this series. And I believe this cover is by a gentleman named Dan Hipp. We've got some reprints of some Rebirth stuff to show you. First up is Aquaman Rebirth #1. This is a second printing. Again, your second prints will have red and black trade dress going on up here, so be on the lookout for that. Here's Wonder Woman Rebirth. And a few of you were asking for this in the comments for the last video, but here is Flash Rebirth. And then we've got Detective Comics issue 934, second print. Now moving on to the new DC Comics stuff this week, we have Green Arrow #2. Here's the variant cover by Neil Adams. Here's Green Lanterns #2. And the variant cover. Aquaman #2. And the Aquaman variant. Here's Superman #2. And the Superman #2 variant. Here's Batman #2 with a cover by David Finch. And here's another Tim Sale variant for issue #2. And the big book this week is Justice League Rebirth #1. It's illustrated by Brian Hitch and written by Brian Hitch too, I believe. The cover here is by Tony Daniel. And here is the variant cover by Joe Mad.
Alright, gentle folk, it is now time for prizes. I asked you guys last week what your favorite thing about Canada was. We got some pretty heartwarming answers. Got me right here in the southern cockles of my heart. Cal Cass said, my favorite thing about Canada is the true diversity we have. I have visited 36 countries and have lived in 3 and still have yet to see a more warm-hearted and welcoming country. The fact that I am a Christian, my neighbor is a Muslim, and my other neighbor is homosexual, yet we can go play soccer every Friday in peace is a beautiful thing. This country offers a wonderful comfort of acceptance and love. Unless you prefer DC over Marvel, then you could go F off. You know what? It's true, man. It's a very lovely, diverse place, except those people who like DC.
What if DC offered you a contract right now to like put out Black Hole Hunters Club as an ongoing comic?
But you know what? DC's alright. DC. I love both DC and Marvel. I got nothing to say about either one of them. Jonathan Rodriguez said, my favorite thing is that when I went to Canada, Toronto, in February, it was so cold, but I saw people walking in the streets with shorts and like a skinny sweatshirt while I had a huge coat on. What really impressed me is how normal they lived with that temperature. I don't know what kind of freaks you're seeing, but when it's super cold here, I'm in a huge jacket too. Although this winter was pretty mild, so maybe that's what it was. And I mean, maybe mild to me is super cold to you. So you know what? You're right. We are super winter humans here in Canada. Laura O'Connor said, Newfies, Mounties, and the beloved Saskatchewan Roughriders all make me sound like I'm talking dirty, but I'm really talking about the things that I love about Canada. Fantastic stuff. Roughriders, of course, is our CFL team for all you football fanatics. I hear they're alright. Who knows? Alexandra Sousa said, my favorite thing about Canada is that BC Bud. Is that like Air Bud? Or, oh no. Frank I.S. Pari said, best thing about Canada, apologizing. Oops, sorry, my face was in the way of your fist. Also, Linus Tech Tips. Us Canadians notorious for tech tips and for getting in the way of fists. But the winner, who will be entered into the draw at the end of the month, goes to Stephen Verasamy, who said the best thing about Canada is our snacks. Try finding Lay's ketchup chips, Ruffle, all-dress chips, and iced tea that is not just cold tea. I know, dude, like, the iced tea situation when I first went to the States just blew my mind. I was like, yo, can I get, like, an iced tea? And then it just tasted gross, and I was like, what? What is this? Apparently, I needed to order, like, a sweet tea. You guys, what? Why not? Why is your iced tea weird? I don't appreciate that. So congratulations, Stephen Verasamy. He also says that he's getting married to a wonderful Canadian girl at the end of July. That's fantastic stuff. If I can get married and win with Stadium Comics in the same week, that'd be awesome. Well, we'll see. You know, you're going to be entered into the draw. The draw's random. We'll see. We'll see. So congratulations, Stephen Verasamy. you'll be entered into the draw at the end of the month. So Civil War Kingpin #1 comes out today. And I want to ask you a question. If you could be the kingpin of any industry, what would you be the kingpin of? No one can say comics, because I'm going to be the kingpin of comics. I'm going to be the Dan Didio of all comics. Bald, with an accent. It's going to be good. So yeah, so I'd be the kingpin of comics. Let us know in the comments what industry you want to be the kingpin of and why. And the best answer will be entered into the draw for the end of the month.
Alright everybody, that is it for this week. Thank you once again for watching as we creep ever closer to that magic 300 number. Ricky, a lot of people have been asking, what happens after episode 300? Do we usher in a new era of Unboxing Wednesdays? Does everything change? Or do we just shut it down and stop filming?
I don't know, maybe we'll go the Cerebus route, shut it all down.
And then like randomly, like 20 years later, we'll just come back with episode 301?
But like in hell,
I like
though,
that.
you know.
Because we'll be dead, obviously. The world will have ended by then. Come on, everybody. Have you not read the prophecies? No. There's no prophecies. Remember to check out all the cool stuff on stadiumcomics.com. Check out comicboxer.com. Our lucky Comic Boxer members are getting a shipment of stuff that's going to go into the mail this week. So those will be arriving on people's doorsteps soon. If you don't know what Comic Boxer is, check it out over at comicboxer.com. You can connect with us on any of the websites you see listed here on the screen. Follow us on things like, I mean, that title card on there is pretty old. There's stuff on there.
Do you update the Pinterest?
Pinterest hasn't been updated in years, folks. I'm gonna, it's confession time right now.
Episode 300, that's the relaunch.
Yeah, episode 300, we're gonna nail those social networks down. I think, is sidekickcomics.ca still listed on there?
Maybe.
I think that redirects to stadiumcomics.com if it is.
We should get an LO page.
Our MySpace page, I think that's still listed on there. We did have a MySpace page
That's
actually
amazing.
when we started. Yeah.
What was your favorite
2008.
band? Like My Chemical Romance?
Jeez,
Gerard Way. Makes sense.
Yeah, must have been. But like, follow us on Instagram. That's where we're at a lot. On Facebook, of course, we're there a ton. Twitter, and a couple new things that we'll need to add to that list, Ricky. Well, not like totally new. We've been doing it for a little while, but Snapchat and Periscope. You can find us on all of those as Stadium Comics. Lots of cool stuff going on those social media channels. We'll see all of you guys next time for episode 298. Take care and enjoy your comics this week.